Well, it is a taste of Italy here on Daytime this morning. Such a special morning here at Serenity Knoll Farm with Chef Alexandra Witters, who is making pasta from scratch in our 9 o'clock hour. She was rolling it out. We have that amazing filling with the nutmeg. And now you're showing us how to cook the pasta, and I'm learning so much. Tell me about the salt.
Allora, salt. Salt is super important. You have to imagine a pot like this that is filled with water like that. You will need about a handful of salt, coarse sea salt, little less maybe, but see, more or less. What you want is that your water tastes like seawater. Now that sounds not very delicious,
right? Right.
But you have to understand that this is fresh pasta that doesn't cook. Doesn't need a long time to cook. In 5 minutes they will be ready. So they have only 5 minutes in the water to absorb a little bit of the seasoning that the salt gives you. So if you put just a pinch, they will not absorb any kind of salt and your pasta will be completely bland. Now, the other thing, excuse me, if you cook dried pasta like spaghetti or penne, put a little less, because your pasta is going to spend 15 minutes in the water. And then, of course, absorbing the salt. So still a lot of salt, but maybe a little less than a handful.
Okay. And you said you know when it's done because and it's amazing. You can tell she's an executive chef because you're just touching this pasta in the boiling water and you must have zero feeling in your
That is the curse of being a chef. Allora, I want to show you something because what we are going to do now is, so I fish out my pasta, okay? I put them in the sauce. Every type of dish of pasta is always finished in the sauce. It's never pasta on a plate and the sauce on top. It's one dish. I am going to add about a ladle of the cooking water. So that is something you have to save. You cannot throw it away.
Okay, so we want that salted water.
We want that salted water. In this sauce, I have melted some unsalted butter, and David has just picked a couple of fresh sage leaves from the garden. Melt the butter. Don't let it brown. We're not going to make any French things like beurre noisette. No. So just plain melted butter. But you can imagine that the tortellone with just greasy melted butter on top. So you want to actually create the sauce. No? So this is why you add a bit of the cooking water, and on a high heat you're going to saute them.
And so, literally just out of the pan, out of the boiling water, into the pan.
Exactly. So what will happen when you move it like that, the water that is now it's very liquid, as you can see, but as we're moving, the fat of the butter and the starchy water, they will start to create an emulsion. And that will make for a beautiful, delicate glaze on your pasta.
Oh my goodness. But you said you want a simple sauce because your pasta is what you spent the time on.
Bravissima. Exactly. Exactly. So when you spend time and ingredients on a beautiful stuffed pasta like that, you do not want to use a sauce that will cover the taste of the filling. No, it's all about the pasta and the filling. So you need something simple that complements and elevates the protagonist of your dish, let's say, which is the pasta.
And all week long, this weekend, all next week, you're going to be sharing some of your culinary talents with us here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Do you see that it's starting to become more opaque?
Oh my goodness.
In the meantime, I'm making a mess of your kitchen.
Well, you're really working the wrist,
No, you have to, because otherwise nothing happens. So, of course, if you're not confident doing this,
I love it.
Then you can also use a spoon or something. But the important thing is that you keep it moving, otherwise nothing will happen.
Okay.
So you see it's nicely thickening up.
It's so creamy looking.
It's creamy without adding actually cream, so.
And we're going to get to sample, apparently, just a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I would say these are done.
Look at this. It's a fabulous little bowl. We're going to plate it up, and we want to let everybody know that there are a couple of openings in some of her classes here at Serenity Knoll Farm. If you would like to sign up, you can always go to the website at serenityknoll.com. Yes.
Parmigiano.
Oh, please. Oh, yum.
Even though there is also Parmigiano, of course, inside, it's actually really nice to take that, darling.
Oh, look at that.
We get you a fork?
I mean, it is a taste of Italy. She comes to us from, where are you from, Bologna?
Well, I live in Bologna. My family is from Calabria, which is all the way in the south. But see, Bologna has been my home for 10 years now. So.
And she trains chefs from all over the world. And
Yes.
she's here in East Tennessee. And we want to say thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Oh my gosh, that looks wonderful.
Don't burn your mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Good.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
That's nice, no?
And we're out of time. Go to the website for more information, serenityknoll.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a treat. All right, serenityknoll.com for more.